Hi, I'm Sandra Gentry, and I've been a member of St. Matthew's for quite some time. And the last 25 years I've been here as a regular member and have served on the vestry a couple of times and done a lot of other activities here. And I found this church when we first moved to Sterling Park, which was back in the 70s. And so I've been here for quite some time. But we were here for earlier years and then drifted away and came back after my husband died. Black History Month is a month I think of more in terms of for other people, because I think that most blacks have some idea of the value of blacks in the history of the United States, of the things that we've done from the very beginning when we were first brought here as slaves. And I think that this history has been, covered over for years and it's not readily available to most people. So Black History Month gives an opportunity to highlight those types of activities and the talents of the people who came here as slaves. My forefathers and foremothers have went through a lot of things that I didn't go through, but I was here when we started the integration of the schools in Virginia, and I was among the first to attend integrated schools. It was a difficult time for the country. There was a lot of violence and a lot of hatred going on. There was a lot of division between the races, and there was a lot of people who were not happy about the idea of integrating schools. So here in Virginia, it was a very difficult time. I grew up in Vienna, which is in Fairfax County. So what they did there is we basically integrated schools first under court orders. And only families that chose to go could go after they filed paperwork that was finally accepted, and once it was accepted, then you got to go. So I entered James Madison High School as a freshman, along with one other black student, and the two of us were the only two that graduated as black students from that school that year, and 4 years later. And so this is not really ancient history that we're talking about. This is relatively new history, at least for me it is. So, and it's in my lifetime, and I've seen lots of things happen over this time, and I see a lot of division coming again, which is frightening to me. History does not portray all the accomplishments of black people over the years, and it doesn't highlight everything. We're still having first. We have a first black female vice president. I mean, these are firsts. Why is it taking so long for so many firsts to be? Just a matter of 12 years ago, we had the first black president. That's a lot of presidents before that. And who knows? If we take away Black History Month, will we just sort of slide back into that? Or will this help keep us focused on the fact that there are contributions being made by blacks and have been made by blacks? And they should be still recognized, and they still should be taught to our children. And if this is the only way we can do it is by having a month that's dedicated to it, then we need that. The church has always been a part of the struggle of black people. It's been the struggle from the very beginning. Many of the accomplishments of blacks in the idea of advancing in society have come through the church. The church was at the struggle for equal rights. The church has been at the forefront of that. I mean, without the church, I'm not sure that we would have gotten as far as we've gotten. The church was always present in my life and has always been present in the lives of black people in general. The church is the center of our communities. The church is where you went for everything. You knew your teachers. Your teachers went to church with you. Everybody in your society was pretty much tied to your church in some way. I think the church still should be at the forefront of all of the problems we are having in society. I think the church is where people come looking for help when they're in times of need. As we're experiencing right now with the COVID, people are seeking help from the churches. The churches have stepped up to fill in the gap that the government can't fill in, or in some cases maybe it doesn't want to fill. I don't know, but the church is still that place that people seek help, and that's the place where I think society is at its best, is within the church. I believe that in the teachings of Jesus Christ, and I believe that those are the teachings that I should be following. So for me, the church and my religion and my life in general are all one big thing. And I feel very strongly about, God and my call, what I'm supposed to do. I don't think of a call meaning going into ministry particularly, but I think it's a call that he's put out the word that we should follow him, and that if we would follow him, that he would take care of us. I've trusted that. I've always trusted that. I believed in the promises of God, and I follow my heart, and I think my heart is being led by God to do the things that need to be done. Sometimes things that seem a little bit strange to other people, but I think I'm called to do those things.